Welcome back to Fox 11. It has been nearly 1 year since the Woolsey Fire burned through the hills of Malibu, and J.D. Slajchert is a UCSB alumni, played basketball there. He's the author of a book that he wrote after losing his home in the Woolsey Fire, and he's helped turn all of this into really a message of hope for others. And you're doing work with the American Red Cross now. Good morning. Thanks for coming in.
Well, Joe, thank you for having me. I mean, a pleasure to be back a year later.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to be here and promote this story, but also talk about some pretty important stuff with the Red Cross.
I guess let's start with it's been a year since your family lost their home in Malibu. Kind of talk about what that year's been like.
Initially just such a devastating loss, I mean, it's not something that most people immediately come to terms with, but ultimately what's been an incredible learning experience for me has been seeing and working with other people that have been through tragedies like this. So getting to work with the American Red Cross and be around others that maybe it wasn't a fire that caused them to lose their home or something like that, but something else brought them to want to give back and be a part of something bigger than themselves. So really it's been an incredible experience working with the Red Cross throughout this past year and getting to go all over the place and all over the state helping others.
And you've been a Red Cross ambassador for the past year. What does that entail? And I know you mentioned you go around and just kind of talk to people, and that's part of it, just kind of reaching out to others that may have lost everything.
Yeah. So I became an ambassador for the American Red Cross about a year ago. And it was after I'd donated the proceeds from my debut novel, MoonFlower, to the Red Cross and the Woolsey Fire relief. And since then, I've gotten the chance to travel all over California to all the different branches of the Red Cross and speak and really tell my story. And that's been a huge opportunity for me to reach out and meet others that, like I said, have gone through similar situations. But it's something I'm still doing even to this day.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'll be down with the Red Cross LA speaking at an event. So I work with a lot of politicians in the area and other people to really reach out to first responders and say, all right, how can we help, or what are the things we can do to help ease the transition for someone that's maybe gone through that.
And what are a couple of things, I know there's a long list of things you can do to help people. What are something that you focus on after going through this yourself?
Yeah, well, I know, so the mission statement for the Red Cross is that we at the American Red Cross prevent and alleviate human suffering in the face of natural disasters and emergencies through just the mobilization of our volunteers and the generosity of our donors. Yeah. And that really sums up everything that we're trying to do, and I'm trying to do with the Red Cross as well, is say, look, this is a terrible thing that has happened, but you're still standing here and you're all right. Yeah. And I think that comes a lot with having known Luke and been around someone that lost their life and I'd written a book about. So really losing your home might feel like the worst thing possible to some people, but I try and tell them that if you're healthy and you're sitting here and you get to wake up and put a smile on your face, and you're pretty lucky still. So.
Pretty good. Well, JD, thanks so much for coming in and talking about this. And again, if you'd like to go see him talk, he's going to be down in LA speaking at one of the American Red Cross events there.
You can't miss me.
Yeah, he's a big, tall guy. And MoonFlower is available where books are sold, right? Amazon, you can get it there?
Get on Amazon, get on my website,
cool.
www.jdwritesbooks.com.
Okay.
So check it out.
Awesome. It's good to see you again, and best of luck going forward.
Thank you.
All right, let's turn things over to Julie Espinoza now in the First Alert Weather.